Hi everyone, it's Mari here. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. I have another project for the Vicky Boutin design team today. I'm going to be scrapping this really adorable 4x3 photograph that you can see here. And that photo is in portrait orientation, and I am going to be creating a horizontal line through that photo for my project today in the center of my foundations paper. So I'm going to start off with some Faded Jeans Distress Oxide ink, and you'll just see me taking a little blending brush here. This is a Nellie's Choice blending brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend across, like I said, in a horizontal line right through the middle of that foundations paper. And this is just going to help me create a little bit of detail on my background here for this really sweet little photo. I'm just going to dab off a little bit of the ink over to the side on a piece of scrap paper just so that I don't end up getting like really strong circles from that brush, but I will be taking some water and spritzing this anyways and distressing it a little bit more. So you'll just see me blending out that line of color here up and below and above that sort of like center point, and that is going to just allow that ink to just sort of peek out around the different elements that I'm going to be adding to this project to create the layout. So just blending that out again, and now you're going to see me taking my distress spritzing tool here right away, and I'm going to add a little bit of water. So I'm just going to lightly spritz that. I will take some paper towel and dab that up right away just so that it doesn't sink into the paper. I haven't treated the paper with any gesso or anything, so I don't want that water sinking right into the paper. So this is some Distress Oxide Kitsch Flamingo, and I've just grabbed another brush here, and I have taken the really pretty floral, like a daisy kind of a floral stencil from Color Study. I love this stencil so much. I think it's so pretty, and this is actually, I think, my first time using it, which I can't even believe I didn't reach for this one first, because I think it is my favorite one from the 6 new stencils from Color Study. It's really cute. I love it. And so I am going to blend on that Kitsch Flamingo over top of and around that Faded Jeans. And when it does interact with the Faded Jeans, it's going to create a little bit of a purple, which I really like. I think that's pretty. And I just love this color scheme for this layout. I'm also going to be adding some yellow. And so basically the color scheme is going to be the pink, the blue, and the yellow. And here you can just see I'm just adding a little bit of this color here and there, just kind of bouncing it across that horizontal line to add a little bit of that pink. I just think it's such a beautiful color of pink. I love this Kitsch Flamingo so much. And there you can just see I'm adding it there, and then I decide I am also going to add it over to the left on the far side as well. And I will later add a little bit of it up in the top left hand corner there as well, just because I'm going to do a little bit of detail there as well. So here you can just see I've added the chipboard strip, horizontal strip, and a little bit of that blue washi to the center of my project. And that chipboard strip is that really pretty pink with the orange hearts. And I also want to use this circle chipboard piece from the chipboard sheet as well from Color Study, and this little ticket embellishment from some of the Color Study embellishments as well, the die cut packs, which are always essential whenever you are picking up a Vicky Boutin collection. You have to have those die cut pieces because they are amazing, as are all of the bits from Vicky's collections. I'm always so impressed, and it's so much fun diving in and adding all of those little different bits to your projects that add all of the fun details. Now, I did use the journal paper from Color Study to fussy cut out these really fun little florals. They're just really nice and delicate, and it's a really easy paper to fussy cut. So you end up with a ton of different little floral embellishments. And I just wanted to kind of use these to bounce horizontally across my layout from left to right to again just add to that horizontal orientation through this portrait photo. So here you can just see I'm just getting an idea of where I want these little florals to go. And I also picked out this die cut that says Simple Pleasures, which is actually going to be the title for my project today. And I just like that repetition of the circular shape with that chipboard in the top left hand corner of the photo area and then the bottom right. And here you can just see I'm also going going to add, of course, those daisies to the left side of my photo as well, just kind of continuing that horizontal line. And I just think that addition of the yellow is so pretty, and it goes along with the yellow that's in the die cuts and the chipboard that I chose for the embellishing. Now I have a couple of more little fussy cut florals that I'm going to add to that top left area. I've taken a couple of the papers from the 8x6 paper pad. I really love this beautiful blue. It matches up with the washi tape that I use so nicely, and also with the faded jeans. And you can see in the photograph this sweet little girl is wearing a little pair of blue jeans, which just looks so nice with the faded jeans ink and the blue that's in the Color Study collection. So I really love this paper. I'm going to take my paper distressing tool, distress the edges just slightly to create a little bit of texture in my photo mat. You'll just see me doing that there, and I'll also just fold over the corners a little bit of that paper just to give it a bit more texture and dimension for that photo mat area. I'm going to do the exact same thing with this pink paper with the orange hearts. Here you can just see I'm going to trim it out with my scissors, and then I will take my paper distressing tool and do the exact same thing with this paper that I did with the blue paper, and it's just going to create that, again, that extra dimension and texture in the photo mat. So really simple way to add that little bit of extra detail to your project. This layout has lots of really nice white space, which I love doing in my projects. I know that you've seen me do this a lot in the past, and it is definitely a way of creating a layout that really appeals to me, is to have a lot of white space. So here you can just see I'm adding some craft foam to the back of my photo mat area. I'm going to add some of the Nouveau Deluxe adhesive here to the back of that, and I will get that stuck down to my patterned papers so that that will complete my photo and photo mat for this project. So I'll just get that adhered down, and now you can see that I have added all of the different embellishments with some foam adhesive across my project, just giving it lots of dimension. And now I'm just going to add some little details in. So this is one of those little paper clips from the sticker sheet that is so cute. Just kind of trying to find the right spot for it, and I decided to put it at the top of that ticket die cut piece. But I love how it just brings more of that blue into that area as well. I wanted to add a little bit of the blue to the daisies at the top also, so there was just this perfect little banner chipboard piece that's going to go up there and just work perfectly to complete that area. Now I'm also going to add some of those puffy little hearts from Color Study. I love those, they're so sweet. I'm going to add one that is pink, one that's blue, and one that's yellow to a few different areas here. I've also watered down some faded jeans. Again, I'm going to grab my fan brush, and I'm going to splatter some of those on. The fan brush is going to do a really great job of creating a fine splatter. And then I'm going to take a larger brush from my stash. This is one of the paint brushes from Vicky's original paintbrush collection, and I'll add some larger splatters as well. Before I do that though, I want to just sop up some of that blue ink. I don't want the splatters to dry too dark. This is just a really nice soft layout so far, and I want to keep it that way, so I did dab up those the ink just so that it dries nice and light. And I'm going to do the same thing with these splatters as well. I will use some paper towel to dab up the excess moisture in those splatters, and it will just make them dry just a really nice soft blue that's light. So you can just see I'm squeezing the bristles of the brush to create those nice big splatters. And I will grab my paper towel here and dab up the excess. But I'm also going to add a few more fine splatters with my fan brush to that top area as well, the top left cluster. And that is going to almost finish off my project. And what I really love about it is there's tons of journaling for this project, or tons of space on this project for journaling still when I've finished adding all of the different details. There's just, so much different white space area here that could be used for writing or for journaling strips if that's how the journaling will be added. This is a project that I am doing for a friend. I've been working on a bunch of different layouts for her children, and this is another one of those, so I won't be adding the journaling myself. I will let her do that, but there is definitely plenty of space for that. So here you can just see again, I'm just dabbing up the excess pigment there so that I don't have too dark of blue on the project. If you like the darker pigment, you would not want to do that. You would just leave it dry naturally. There you can just see I trimmed off the excess paper from the little daisies at the top there, and this is where I'm going to add the rest of my fine splatters to that top area there as well. I really love using that fan brush for the splattering when I want some really fine and tiny splatters. And that's going to be my project. So make sure you check the links in the description box below to the products that I used today, and also to Vicky's blog and her Facebook community. Have an amazing day, friends. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.